Oh, I wish I was in Vegas right now, but sadly I'm here in Southern California. Wow, the injustice. What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Film Junkee Live. It's Monday. It is the 31st of March. Hey, tomorrow is that lovely day where, I mean, we already have enough trouble believing a lot of things that are out there just on a normal day, but when it comes to April 1st, yeah, that's where a lot of BS is out there, so. My God. Anyways, guys, what's happening? Welcome to Film Junkee Live. Hit that like, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hopefully you guys are doing pretty good. We got plenty to talk about tonight, and hopefully, while this is happening right here, we got Sony. They're going to be taking the stage at CinemaCon, so hopefully some things will be coming out from there. That's why I saved that topic for last, because yes, CinemaCon Day One. Hopefully we get something out there. You know, if I talk enough and we do like a 2-hour stream, maybe that'll happen. And you guys know I can't shut the fuck up sometimes. So obviously. Anyways, all right. What's happening? Let's see who's out there. We got Anna right here. Cheers. Hope your week is off to a great start. I stand with Gal Gadot. She deserves the world. I'm a fan of both Zack Snyder's DCU and James Gunn's DCU. You can love both. What? Yes, you can absolutely love both. What's going on, Jason? Mr. Fear Jason, great to see you, bud. We got Eric right here, Mr. Hardboiled. Always respect an actor/actress who goes the extra mile in digging into the source material. Yeah, when they take that, oops, hit the wrong thing. I meant to hit that. Yeah, when they take that extra time to do some studying, it's always great. Shano, what's going on? Good evening, everyone, and happy last day of March. Tomorrow is going to be April Fool's, and April before I know it. Plus, I can't wait and certainly excited for Superman to be shown at CinemaCon tomorrow. It should be good. What's going on, Mr. Axel Droga right here? I'm looking forward to Supergirl. Yeah, good. Versus Seed, excited for tomorrow. Yeah, it should be interesting. D-Man 7, yeah, people say she looks like a male Will Poulter, and now I can't unsee it. Even with that joke, you typoed it. You typoed it. Ay. So we got Black Red right here. We got JD McRae. What is happening? Max Wolf Danger. Hey Dave, what up? I'm doing good. Today it's CinemaCon. We got RJ right here. Thank you for saying, yeah, wore the Superman shirt today. I figured, why not? Why not wear the Superman shirt today? So it should be good. What's going on, Geeky TV? What is up? We got Samir right here. Can't wait for tomorrow night. Superman trailer drop. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Guess we'll find out. I mean, it might. I don't know. Got to start reading Woman of Tomorrow. I know. Rebecca would be disappointed in me because I still have yet to crack open the book. Again, you know, settling into the new place, and I can only use that excuse so much longer. But yeah, I still haven't cracked open the book quite yet, but I will. I definitely will. Definitely. Terrence, what's happening? Everybody's excited for CinemaCon tomorrow? Yep. How's everyone doing today? Doing pretty, not too bad. What movie plot leak? Well, I mean, like I said, you guys got to be careful out there. All the test screenings and everything like that, in the age of just everything being spoiled, you can basically just be like, hey, what's up? So, I mean, you guys got to be careful. I'm already, like I said on the Vodka stream on Friday, I'm already prepared to be spoiled by this movie, so, by people, because people just suck. They just really, really suck. And that's the sad fact of current day. What's going on, Chris Dell? Good to see you, Dave. Hope this news makes my day. Yeah, let's hope. See, we got Arkham Knight 99. My boss is at CinemaCon, and I'm jealous. I know. I wish I was there too. Trust me. One of these days. I bought 2 Creature Commandos Pops, Nina, and G.I. Robot. Fan favorites right there. You gotta love that. Super Omicron. Supergirl going to be so. Cannot stand Tom King, but if Superman is a hit, I guess she'll get a win. Who knows? Yeah, it's one way to look at it. And of course, you got the Watcher right here. What is up? Good to see you. Good to see you. But yes, guys. Yeah, we'll be talking about, of course, the latest DCU news and some things. Some things I really can't show because there's copyright stuff. You know, you can get away with certain things. And again, I forgot to freaking... I have last Monday's background. I forgot to change it again. I was like, whoops. There we go. There we go. We're good. We're good with that. And I was like, wait a minute. But, you could tweak it a little bit. But, I was like, you know what? I can get away with a little bit of the Superman promos because I know they're doing the copyright thing when it comes to certain things. But I was like, you know what? I'll tweak it a bit and just kind of just make it where maybe they won't do that. I think it'll be all right. I've done that before. It's just the way it is. Okay, so it looks like Sony's panel is going to be started right now. So that's why I saved that topic for last. So then we can talk about things that are going to be coming out when it comes to the Sony panel, because that'll be pretty, there might be some Spider-Man 4 talk. Who knows? So what's going on, Adam? Still seeing some people rolling in. We got Darren, Mr. Laugh Now, Cry Later. What is happening? If you had to place your money on one actor that would end up being Batman, who you got? Well, Brandon Sklenar, because he's been campaigning. A lot of people have been campaigning. Cool Reese, hello. Not trying to be the person, not sure to be that person. I love what you're doing, but is there any way I could catch this live, like on an official page, like without commentary from... What? Are you talking about CinemaCon? I don't know what you're talking about there, Cool Reese. I just do a stream where I talk about news and stuff. I don't know. Let's see. I love what you're doing, but is there any way I can catch this live, like on an official page? If you're talking about CinemaCon, no, I don't think you can do that. And I'm just going to talk about topics, and then whatever comes out of CinemaCon, I'll talk about it. So, yeah. Yeah, we're not going to be streaming anything. There's nothing to stream or whatever, so... Yeah, there's nothing that's happening. It's strictly for distribution, like companies, theater chains, and everything. But information's definitely going to be coming out, and then we just talk about it. So yeah, there's no actual streams. So yeah, so there you go. Hopefully that helps, man. But yeah, like I said, we'll have some fun. You can have some fun in the chat if you want as well too. So hopefully you guys had a pretty good weekend. I had a pretty decent weekend. I mean, obviously did a lot of streaming this weekend, obviously with the vodka stream, which was always fun. And then of course we did the members and Patreon version of the vodka stream on Saturday. Thank you to everyone who showed up to that. That's fun too. And then right after that, because I said I was going to, I watched BVS because that was the main topic when it came to Saturday's stream, was 9-year celebration of BVS. So I did a little tweeting, of course, obviously, me and my pour myself a drink. Obviously did that when it came to the stream. So I was already had a good buzz going. So then naturally I was going, okay, well, I'm going to watch BVS. And then of course, poured a little more, and I was like, I'm going to do a little tweeting. And then some of the responses though, one in particular tweet, I think it was like the first tweet I actually had, and we'll get to it when I show the tweets. But, I said one of the best Batman shots is when we see Batman for the first time in that crazy old house. And then, of course, those cops show up. And then he's just like chilling in the corner, which looks kind of ridiculous, but it also looks really cool. I don't know. It's just kind of funny. It's a funny shot because it's just Batman trying to just be like, hey, I'm trying to make him where he can't see me. I'm not here. You know that shot, right? And man, that thing is still, it's on Twitter. People are still commenting about it. And oh man, some of the people that just are saying just the most ridiculous shit about that. I tell you what. But yeah, definitely watched BVS over the weekend, and it was fun. But yeah, tweeted out some things that I was like just thoughts and everything, drunken thoughts, some drunk tweeting. Why not? It was Saturday. But yeah, that was fun. And then, of course, spent some time with Mama Film Junkee yesterday. Had some dinner with her and Auntie Film Junkee. And, we had some fun. Obviously, my brother and my nephew were there, too. So, good times this weekend. Can't complain. So, hopefully you guys had a good one, too. All right, let's get started. Let's get started with this right here, because this was very interesting. I don't know who made this, but I found it because I saw A Working Man, of course, on Thursday. So naturally, when I was making the thumbnail for my first reaction, and I always look for the movie poster for whatever movie that I watched to be part of the thumbnail. So when I Googled A Working Man, for some reason, this poster just showed up so randomly. And obviously it's not real, but maybe at one point there could have been something, because I saw the red one, the red one last year for Christmas, and Mr. Dwayne Johnson, Chris Evans, J.K. Simmons, of course, playing Santa Claus, which I like that, but overall I was not really, I thought the movie was I thought it was pretty So I saw this right here, though. What about this? What about Jason Statham? You know, I was a working man. Now I'm going to be Santa Claus. Wow. Not that one. Jesus. Sorry about that. Hit the wrong thing. Here we go right here. So for some reason, this popped up when I was searching for a movie poster, which is Jason Statham in Holiday Ops. And he's on a tank. He's got reindeer. And I'm just like going, hey, this movie probably would have been better than the red one for sure. Not sure. I didn't even investigate when it came to all that. I was just kind of like going, I was just trying to find the poster, and that popped up, and I thought that was absolutely hilarious. I just started laughing. I started laughing at that. And I'm like, I actually want to see this movie. Anybody else want to see that movie? I want to see that movie. I want to see that movie. Statham is now Rob Schneider. He's literally in everything, and even playing a carrot. It does go hard, doesn't it? And you know what's funny too? Now that we know that James Marsden is coming back for X-Men, or well, not X-Men, but for Avengers Doomsday, as part of the OG X-Men. And of course, even though they didn't announce like Halle Berry and Famke Janssen and stuff like that, you know that some of the others will still come back as well. But what's interesting is there was like an image. I remember when it came to Deadpool and Wolverine, of course, people being fancy with their Photoshop or even AI or whatever the hell. There was this image that did pop up from that. And, you know, it's probably going to actually be a reality now. And it was this image right here. So I remember this was making the rounds. This was being posted while they were filming Deadpool and Wolverine. This wasn't even last year. This was like the year before when they were filming. This image was going around, and everybody was going, oh my God, is James Marsden going to be in the movie, and he's going to be wearing that authentic Cyclops costume? Naturally, it wasn't. And thank you to the people like in my mentions. I was going, that's fake. That was from this. And I'm going, yeah, no shit. I love it when people do that. Or like, wait a minute. You know, it's like, hey, read the room. Don't take me too seriously. Most of the time when I'm tweeting, don't take it seriously. That's all I ask. But at the same time, I have a feeling that, yes, 100%, we will see James Marsden in a costume similar to that. I think they've realized that, hey, if we're going to show these OG X-Men, we got to show them in the actual costumes. Why not? I mean, look what happened at the end of X-Men, Apocalypse? They showed them in kind of like the costumes they should have been. And then, of course, when it came to Dark Phoenix, they put them in some shitty, stupid costumes that were based off a certain version that just had X's on them, and it was really dumb. They teased like these beautiful costumes at the end of X-Men Apocalypse, and then they decided to throw those out. And I was like, what the hell? That doesn't even make sense. But the fact that, of course, when Hugh Jackman came back and he was officially in the yellow costume, yeah, naturally it's like, all right, now it's time to put the X-Men in their actual legit costumes. Let's not be scared to do that. So, but yeah, I posted that. I was like, yeah, that's finally gonna happen. But it's just always funny when people go, you know, that's fake, right? Like, yeah, I know that's fake, because my caption literally said, James Marsden spotted on the beach greeting folks after yesterday's Avengers Doomsday casting announcements. And then I put ... When I put ... that's when you should definitely not take my tweet seriously. Just don't do that. Hey, we got some marketing. We got some marketing for the drop, or just drop. I don't know why I called it. Yeah, it's not the drop. It's drop. It's about, if you guys saw the trailer for Drop, which is about a woman who goes out on a date with possible future Batman DCU actor Brendan Sklenar. And they're at this restaurant, and she's getting airdropped that, hey, guess what? Your kids that you left at home, they might die unless you kill your date. Looks like a very interesting movie, and I've heard nothing but good things coming out at South by Southwest a couple of weeks ago talking about Drop. So I'm very much looking forward to the movie. Looks good, even though I think it's coming out. It's coming out to win another movie. I might have to oh man, I don't know when I'm going to see this movie because I think it comes out the same week as The Amateur, which I know Dad, Pop's Film Junkie wants to see The Amateur, so I'm like, damn it, might have to check this one out later on. But marketing, they're doing some marketing, so some of these little pop-up, little big, huge cell phones are popping up. And they're going to be popping up in random malls and everything like that. So, hey, at least they're trying to do some kind of marketing when it comes to this movie. We always talk about studios not doing enough marketing when it comes to these movies. Hey, at least they're trying to do some kind of marketing when it comes to that. So, should be good. I mean, hopefully. And let's see, keep going. There's so much CinemaCon stuff that we're talking about. Hey, I talked about this right here. Because we all know that the Odyssey is being filmed right now. And, Matt Damon, he's been spotted taking pictures with people. We've seen what he looks like. He's got the beard going. Looking pretty jacked as well. Looking pretty ripped. And I was just like, hey, somebody with a telephoto lens was like, hey, you've got the set of the Odyssey over here, and they got a shot of Matt Damon right here, and dare I say, Goodwill hunking. There you go. Look at how ripped that guy is. Matt Damon, looking pretty shredded. I mean, of course he's gonna be. You gotta be shredded if you're gonna be playing this role. I mean, my God. But yeah, there's Matt Damon right there. Obviously, God knows how long this movie's going to be, but I know that it's going to be taking place over, it's going to be probably 3 hours plus for sure. But there's Matt Damon right there, rocking the six-pack, looking pretty damn shredded. That beard's looking pretty good, too, not going to lie. Everything's looking pretty good, even though he's supposed to look a little bit more rugged than that. But that hair is on point, that's for damn sure, so. But yeah, he got pretty, of course, you got to get shredded for that. Wilson, yeah, I know, right? He's almost looking like that, but yeah, there's Matt Damon. Let's see what else we got. And there's the shot. I mean, this is what I was talking about, of course. I mean, I just love this shot because obviously the shot right there is cool, but the whole scene in general is so badass, and I love the way that the camera moves with it because at first, when you first see Batman in the corner, he's blurred. He's blurred out. And then, of course, when finally the cop spots him, when the cop actually spots him, that's where you get this shot. And then, of course, a lot of people are even saying, Jesus Christ. And then all of a sudden, he just, climbs through the ceiling and blah, 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 and everything. Because, you can't suspend disbelief. You can't. I swear... It's so funny because obviously, talking about Christopher Nolan, Christopher Nolan, of course, wanted to make a more grounded Batman, sure. But even, there's only so much you could do to ground Batman, okay? But no matter what, yeah, even though he doesn't have superpowers, he's going to have some fantastical element. And I've always said that Zack, while trying to ground as much as he could, you can't ground Superman fully. So with Man of Steel, he was trying to ground him as much as possible. Then, of course, when it came to Batman and then bringing in all the other characters, it's yeah, you could try to ground them as much as possible, but they're still going to be fantastical. So when I saw people comment on that right there, and they were going and then he was just crawling through the ceiling. Yeah. He also fights Superman. Somebody who could just literally kill him, and he literally gets tossed into the bat signal. Yes, he's wearing an armored costume, but that would still break a lot of bones. Okay? Can we just, fictional characters, people. It's okay that Batman can move pretty quickly and can crawl and get through a ceiling. Nothing wrong with that, right? His whole suit is armored, like even to the cowl. When he's fighting a bunch of dudes, he still gets shot at, and his whole complete costume is bulletproof. Why do people take this shit so seriously? I don't get it. I don't get it, guys. Seriously, like, I mean, do they say the same thing about Iron Man and Tony Stark? Because there's many times where he's like hit the ground, he would still die, no matter what. Okay, yeah, even if you're wearing a suit of armor, there's still something called inertia and force, gravity, that will destroy you. If Iron Man were to hit the ground like he does in like the first Iron Man and numerous times in other Iron Mans, he would be liquefied because of the G-force. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Anyways. And you know, it was funny too, because with some of the best scenes, you know, I mean, I was just like really appreciating, you know, the scenes of the secret. I love the party scene is just, it's so good because you got Clark, you got Bruce, you got Diana, you got essentially the secret identities interacting. And then of course this was later on, but I mean, these are some of the best scenes in BVS. Yeah, we love to see them in the costumes doing superhero stuff, but it's also great when they're interacting with their secret identities. That's what I love about those scenes as well. So, anyways, that's enough with that when it comes to that. All right, what else we got? Oh, hey, we got Matthew Lillard. You know that Matthew Lillard's going to be shown back up in Scream 7 as Stu, who, of course, died in the first one, and everybody's kind of going like, how the hell are they bringing him back? Which is going to be interesting. My whole thoughts is they're going to be doing some kind of meta thing, kind of like how Wes Craven did New Nightmare, where it was essentially Freddy came through the movies. So like the movies exist, it's going to be like a whole meta thing. I don't know. But Matthew Lillard was quoted on saying this right here when it came to his return to Stu in Scream 7. I'm very excited and slightly terrified to be back because all I could do is really screw up a legacy that we have. That's a good choice of words. I'm excited, but also terrified because we're going to screw up the legacy. Too late. Too late. Too late. I'm saying, I mean, that's what happens. You keep on going with these movies now, even though like it's intriguing and I'm curious of how they're going to be doing it. Yeah, the legacy is already just, yeah, you're already shitting on the legacy. You're already doing that. And then of course, what's his name's coming back too is Dewey. I mean, I think, you know, it's already screwing up that legacy. I don't know. In my opinion, I think he knows, but it's like, hey, I'm not going to say no, but it was just kind of like a fun, it was like, wow, did he really say that? Interesting. So, what else? We got that. We'll talk about that. Oh, we got this, of course. Must talk about this. Must talk about this. Success! It's happening, guys. Hell yeah. It is going to happen. We are going to actually see Coyote versus ACME. That's right. Release Coyote versus ACME. Hey, you know, people push for it. You know, there was a lot of noise out there about it. There's a hashtag for it and stuff. There was even somebody who dressed up as Wile E. Coyote and went in front of Warner Brothers Studios and picketed to get it released. And guess what? It's actually happening, folks. It's happening. Warner Brothers completes worldwide sale of Coyote versus ACME. That's right. Warner Brothers has completed the sale we told you about a couple of weeks ago for previously shelved Coyote versus Ugly. Ketchup Entertainment today confirmed their completed deal for worldwide rights for the live-action animated hybrid film that brings Looney Tunes characters Wile E. Coyote to the big screen. $50 million they paid for it. That is right. And then, of course, Gareth West right here said, we're thrilled to have made a deal with Warner Brothers Pictures to bring this film to audiences worldwide, Coyote versus ACME. is a perfect blend of nostalgia and modern storytelling, capturing the essence of the beloved Looney Tunes characters while introducing them to a new generation. We believe it will resonate with both longtime fans and newcomers alike. Yay! Sorry, my applause drop. I haven't fixed it yet. But, yeah. So that's good. It happened. $15 million to getting it released over there because obviously Catch Up Entertainment, they released a Looney Tunes film, 2 weeks ago? A lot of people didn't know about it. I didn't even know about it. That's what's so crazy about all this. But anybody who is pushing for this, whether they were pushing for this because of other different things that they're pushing for or whatever the hell, you better support this movie. You better support this movie, okay? If you're pushing for it and you're like trying to get it out there, once this movie comes out, you better go see it. You better support it. You better throw some money at it, okay? Better. You better do it. I'm just saying. Okay, it's not going to be coming out to, I think, 2026, if I was reading things correctly. I don't think it's going to be coming out till next year. So, and then it's, one of the funny things about this is, of course, this is used for other things because, people want to release things or sell things to different companies. So when other people are cheering, but it's funny because those people who want things to get sold to a different company, they don't like James Gunn. Guess who produced this movie? James Gunn. So they're probably not going to support it. But, they're hypocrites, so what can you do? They didn't even promote, a lot of them didn't even promote David Ayer's new movie when they did their campaign for the Ayer cut last Wednesday, but that's besides the point. Whatever, it's fine. I already made my big gripe about that last week. Anyways, all right. Ooh, man, we're going to be talking about that, and we're going to talk about this too. Did you ever wonder why Spider-Man and Venom never crossed paths? And I'm talking about Tom Holland and Tom Hardy, why they did not cross paths. Well, I think we can probably push blame on the studios, particularly one, Sony. Just saying, I would think that was probably the main reason why. I mean, Tom Hardy right here, he was talking to, he was doing an interview with Playlist News, and essentially, he said the crossover of Spider-Man and Venom got close, but it didn't happen because of studio politics. And he quote right here, he said, "I would have loved to have done it because that just means so much fun." Okay? Yeah. So who do we thank for this? Good old Amy Pascal? Probably. And Avi Haddad? Yeah, probably them. See, that's what sucks. That's what sucks, man. That's what sucks. It sucks that Sony is they have an iron grip. They will never let go. They will never let go of Spider-Man. And a lot of us are kind of going like, all right, are we ever going to get Spider-Man and Venom like fighting with each other? Even if it wasn't Tom Holland, it's like, yeah, have something with Andrew Garfield if you can. But at the same time, Andrew Garfield's not going to come back unless there's a good script. And let's face it, Sony was not producing good scripts when it came to their live-action Spider-Man movies. So, I don't know. That just sucks. It almost happened. But sadly, it did not happen. Good Lord. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Yeah, we do have Spider-Man 3, but that's not the best version of Venom right there. That was shoehorned in. If you listen to Sam Raimi did not want to have Venom in the movie. The studio, again, Sony, wanted to have Venom, so that's why there was too much that was going on. He was all set for Sandman, and then, of course, the stuff with Harry and everything, so that's why that just doesn't work all that great. Is there an events transmission? Nah, I don't think there is. They never do any kind of live streaming when it comes to CinemaCon. My God, Twitter's been kind of shitty in the past few hours. Been running slow, that's for damn sure. So, anyways, all right, that's enough when it comes to tweets. Luckily, we don't have to worry about that. But let's talk about the latest DC news. And then, of course, we're going to talk about some Warner Brothers things that are also happening as well. So this all kind of just it's all in one right here. But some things that were coming about. I mean, obviously we got CinemaCon. Okay, so let's see here. Let's just show some of this kind of shiza right here. Some of the stuff. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, we got that. Okay, I'm just looking at what I can show. What can I show? Because obviously, okay, so all right. So we had some Superman promo art that came out. And of course, naturally, when promo art comes out, we get like different looks at, obviously, the character, and there's like logos, there's different things. There's some cool little stuff that comes out. But sadly, they started doing a copyright thing, and sometimes that does happen because it's unofficial, unreleased arts that is supposed to be released with clothing, toys, all that stuff. And apparently when it came to Twitter, they started removing it, DMCA, all that. So I removed my post when I posted about it. So I'm not going to show those. Not going to show that. Obviously, it's an image of David Cornsweet flying that we've already seen. So that should be okay. That's why I incorporated it into my thumbnail. It's like, I think I'll be okay with that one. But of course, there were some other ones. One looked really wonky where he was doing this. He was about to fly off, and it looked a little weird. There's some Fortress of Solitude stuff. There was one that was really cool that had his silhouette and it had the logo, but it didn't have the yellow. It just had the red, so it looked more like the Kingdom Come logo, and it had Metropolis, like the skyline of Metropolis, which is pretty cool. You see the Daily Planet, you see Luthor Corps and everything. So that was pretty cool. It was cool to see that. And but the thing that I don't think that they're actually freaking out about, which when it comes to merch, at least when it comes to some of the merch, I'm going to show this because I think we're going to be okay with this. But some of this merch, and I think I'm actually going to get this shirt because this shirt looks really cool. But we had this merch right here. So this long sleeve shirt, which I think is kind of like a workout shirt or something like that. I don't know. But it looks pretty sweet. And then you got the back right there that shows him flying off. And then, of course, we have a hat. We have a little bag right here. We got a cup right here that probably keeps things cool. That has a really cool little design, little design. And then, of course, we have more when it comes to the Fortress of Solitude. Not exactly sure what that is right there, but it looks pretty sweet. So we had that, but yeah, I did like that long sleeve shirt. It kind of has a little bit of a collar to it. So I think they were trying to make something that kind of resembled without the lines of the actual Superman costume. So that stuff came out. When it came to Superman. Shows him flying and everything. Obviously you could find those, but I'm not going to risk showing those right now, but don't want to risk it, guys. Don't want to risk it. And what else we got? Well, we got, of course, Nathan Fillion. It's not like we didn't know that he was going to be in Lanterns. He was going to be in the Lanterns series. I think we all assumed that when you're going to have a series that it's about the Green Lanterns, you're going to have even Guy Gardner, the dickhead of the group. And here we go right here with, we got Nathan Fillion. He's not talking necessarily about that, but he's talking about, of course, being Green Lantern and Superman on Jennifer Hudson's show.
You got to talk about this new Superman film that you're in. Tell us about that. How did you get involved?
This is James Gunn. He's amazing. He's huge. He's wonderful. He's world famous. Everybody knows him. I did one of his very first movies, and if James is nothing else, he's loyal to a fault. And he puts me in everything he does. God bless that guy. God bless him.
Well, you're great, though. So.
Thank you. Yeah, but I was attending it was the premiere for Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which I was also in. And that's Suicide Squad is what you're looking at there. Yet another project he pulled me in on. And then he just kind of leaned over and said, "Did we tell you about what's next?" And I'm going to be Guy Gardner, a Green Lantern, not the one you might be used to, but a Green Lantern, the one nobody likes.
Oh. I'm sure they like it if you're playing it. Okay, but see, you wear this blonde bowl cut. So how do you feel about this cut that you get to wear?
Correction, Jennifer, it's strawberry blonde.
Oh,
and,
okay, strawberry blonde. I didn't catch that, okay.
I think I'm going to bring that look back.
I think so. Oh, I think so. Does it give you superpowers?
It's comic book accurate. Guy Gardner had a bowl cut. And there were some discussions about different hairdos that we could try, and I was team bowl cut.
I think it works.
I'm going to make it work.
Do you think you'll wear it like outside of the character at all? Don't y'all want to know?
Not.
I don't know. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm going to say yes. I'm just going to go ahead and say yes.
Where's the premiere, Nathan?
I'm not going to fight.
To the premiere.
Well, you're good friends with Ryan Reynolds, and he's also played a version of the Green Lantern.
Oh boy.
Did he wear the ball too?
He was not a bowl cut Green Lantern. He was the handsome Green Lantern.
So, but you hold the record for the most Marvel roles played. How does that feel?
What?
Isn't that?
And how many has it been?
I think it's 4 or 5. I think it's 5.
Is that many?
On the outside, it might be 6. You're talking to a kid. I had a merry-go-round comic book rack when I was a kid. It was like about 5 feet tall, and you put your books in these little pockets, and it would squeak, squeak, squeak as you turned it around.
Yeah.
It used to be the drugstore. It used to have how you buy.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Okay,
yes.
you know the ones.
Yes.
So that was in my bedroom, and I had a collection of comics, and now I'm.
Do you think you manifested it?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You sound like a character right there.
Because this is certainly my life has panned out, certainly not how I planned it, but it's certainly how I dreamed it.
What's like the most superhero thing about you?
That's Headpool you're looking at.
That's serious.
He's a handsome fella.
Yeah, like that.
Totally forgot he was Headpool. Oh my God, yeah. So Nathan Fillion, man, he's just like, he's the comic book movie guy, apparently. Jeez. Comic book movie guy right there, yeah. Hopefully I don't get a copyright on that. I know, that was a long little interview. But usually those don't, but we'll see. If I have to remove it, I'll remove it. So, but yeah, Nathan Fillion, there he is, talking about his role as Green Lantern. And of course, yes, it was confirmed today by Entertainment Weekly that yes, he will be in the Lanterns show. So that's going to be interesting. Obviously, he's not going to have a huge role, and he might just have like I don't know, an episode, probably just one episode. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, and then of course, what else we got today? And James Gunn posted it. Good old Jimmy Gunn's posted it. Let's see. Let me pull up his tweet. Like I said, Twitter is not good on desktop right now. I don't know what is going on with it. It's actually been a little rocky on desktop for the past couple of weeks. So things just like load slowly. But anyways, we got a new image of Amelia Alcock. Kind of like Supergirl. Not exactly. I mean, obviously we were very anxious to see her in the costume, but we just keep getting teased and she's wearing like a coat or something and just... Well, we get the hair, at least, I guess, right? But here she is right here, sitting on a couch with the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow book open and posing for that. And then, of course, Jimmy Gunn said right here, today we celebrate Supergirl and all her various incarnations. Can't wait for you to see the latest version portrayed by the indomitable Amelia Alcock in June of 2026. And this is a photo by Parisa. I'm not even going to try to announce the last name right there. So that's pretty cool. And then, of course, you had a bunch of... Okay, so let me just say this here, guys, because it was kind of funny, and I'm looking right now. Thankfully, it didn't go that crazy, but my God, guys. I didn't realize this, but I responded to, James Gunn when he posted that. And I was just, I don't know if it's probably you guys saw it, and I was like, what's she wearing under that coat? That's what I put. I put, what's she wearing under that coat? Obviously alluding to the fact that she's most likely got this Supergirl costume under the coat. And then I put Pedro Pascal's like weird, awkward smile from the Nicolas Cage movie. Man, I had some people that were just like, whoa, 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 whoa. You fucking weirdo? What the hell? I swear, people online are interesting. Even somebody said that James tends to attract, the PDOs and sexual deviants. And I went, what the fuck? This is what's weird about, people. And I'm like, well, first off, I could have swore that Millie Alcock's in her 20s. So that's a little strange. Something tells me you're projecting right there. And then, of course, I'm like, yeah, I'm referring to the costume. You're the one that is thinking that is some kind of... And I'm just kind of... And one of the things, too, I was even thinking about when I saw some of these responses, even somebody said, I know you're excited about the costume, but there are better ways to say that. For some reason, if it was, say if it was one of the male characters, something tells me there would be no reaction at all. Relax, everybody. Relax. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, people are just like, I didn't even realize it. Did not even realize it until like a couple of hours. And then I saw one response. And then I went back to look and I opened and I see that one especially. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. People are just crazy. Just crazy right there. The discourse when it comes to Jimmy Guns and everything like that. And see, that's what sucks. You know, when it came to the discourse of Snyder, I mean, I think there's times where it got pretty bad because I think like the people who really went hard to push back on Zack, they were, you know, they basically were saying that, oh, you're a RAPist sympathizer or apologist or something like that. That's what they'd use with that because they pinned something where it's like, oh yeah, Zack likes to have, you know, the grape in his, like some of his movies. I think they're kind of referring to like some kind of sucker punch stuff and everything like that. So there was a lot of that, but then of course now when it comes to people that I get in my mentions or something like that, when it comes to of course James Gunn, now I'm the PDO apologist or something like that. It's just like, Jesus Christ. And I mean, it's like, dude, guys, go outside. Please go the F outside, you know? James Gunn is a weirdo, that's all. Yeah, I think all filmmakers are kind of weirdos there. Black Red, you know, just because you have a bias on one doesn't mean that they're all not weirdos in some form. You kind of have to be, especially to be in this kind of business right here. Actor, producer, all the stuff. Everybody's going to be a little bit of a weirdo. Just saying. All right, so that's pretty much it when it comes to DC news right there. There wasn't really much else. I mean, obviously we had the whole big hoopla about spoilers and stuff like that. And be careful out there. There's going to be a lot of things. There's going to be a lot of things out there. There's going to be definitely a lot of things, so watch out. I will show you guys this too because... That's right. The ladies of the DCU. And this, my God. Obviously, you got CinemaCon that's going to be happening. So, you know, there's going to be press, cast going to be there. And, you know, seems like everybody's going to be a tip-top. I'm sure the dudes are also going to be looking pretty sharp as well. Looking pretty, dare I say, shuckshy, as Sean Connery would say. But, hey, let's look at our Lois Lane right here. Oh, my God. Just glowing. My God. She's just absolutely gorgeous. But there she is right there. Picture of her, of Miss Lois Lane right there. Rachel Brosnahan. So that's looking pretty great. And no, I'm not going to spoil anything. Don't worry. Anything that I've heard or anything like that, I'm going to be okay. Oh, and then that's not it. Of course, we got the engineer herself, Mr. Gabriela de Maria Ferriar. I always say her name wrong, but oh my God. Yay! Yeah, she took it upon herself to be like, hey, let's show the whole dress right there. Let's show the legs. She's got legs, and she knows how to use them. That's for sure. So, yep. There we go. Woo-wee. Gotta love that. Well, let's see. Jesus Christ, you guys are so ridiculous. Dave Miller, you're an idiot, but it's okay. You got that. But there's also more too. Let's see. Well, God, let's see. I think it was because that was just the ones that I posted. But I think some of the other ones also got posted as well. So yeah, don't worry about the spoilers. Yeah, see if I search, like I said, Twitter is just acting so slow on desktop. All right, good to see you, Chunks. If you're out because what, you don't like what's being said, but no, all right. Yeah, Twitter's just acting really shitty right now. I don't know what it is. Let's see, they're talking about the Sony stuff. But yeah, there was some of the other actresses. I should have had those pulled up. They also had their images. They were just kind of like whoever took pictures of them were just only showing some of the actresses, and I'm like, yeah. They showed some of the other ones too, but I can't. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. Because it was one, the actress who's playing Kat and the actress who's playing Miss Taskmaster was also, took pictures too, and I'm like, damn it, I should have pulled those up. I'm trying to search, but can't find them. Anytime that I want to search on Twitter, it's just like not going to happen. Thought I saw, can't find them. But there was, there we go. Found them. So yeah, they were all posing right there for that.
I recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say
Michaela.
shit.
And then of course there's Gabriella, Miss Gabriella again.
And I know your taste
There's
is a little bit.
there's Kat.
I recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit.
Shut up. I'm probably gonna get copyright with that, but yeah. So there they were right there. So a couple more. So they're looking pretty damn sharp. You better believe that the dudes are also gonna be looking pretty sharp as well. So yeah. Yes, you are an idiot because unless were you on the island too? Apparently. I mean, if you were on the island too with him, then by all means, then you both should. Yeah, like I said, we got 3 months, and there's going to be probably some spoilers there that are probably got to be careful, especially on Twitter. Be prepared. Be prepared. Be absolutely prepared for that. So, no, nothing was released from that. We're still waiting for that. You could blame the politicians right now for not releasing all the Epstein files like they said they were going to do. That. Everything else that has been shown has all been fabricated. And that's what's funny. It's like all the list of names, it's all been fake. So that's the thing, is we don't know officially. I remember seeing Ben Affleck on some of those lists too, so. Okay, well, I'm sitting here kind of wondering about that, so nothing has been released. All you've seen is just BS over BS. You gotta weed out the BS before you start making claims in there, okay? Okay there, Mr. Dave Miller. I know you thought you were coming in the chat hot, but no. Anyways, moving on to Warner Brothers Discovery when it comes to all this right here. So the first report that we got from The Hollywood Reporter, we had this article right here that said David Zaslav is meeting with candidates to replace Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdy as Warner Brothers heads. Report. The Warner Brothers Discovery CEO, according to Bloomberg, is having early and informal talks with potential successors as the studio has released a number of titles that have had disappointed box office, including, of course, Joker and Mickey 17. So this report essentially came from Bloomberg, and this has already kind of been talked about, that he's already going to be replacing them. I know there was the whole thing about how Peter Safran may be taken over, which that seemed like dumb, because why would you want to take Peter Safran away from DC Studios because of how crucial DC Studios is? And then, of course, we had this article that came out, which this was a little bit like, oh, here we go. So we had this article from the Hollywood Reporter come out. High-stakes executive drama descends on CinemaCon. Who's in, who's out? Veteran movie studio chief Tom Rothman kicks off the action Monday night when presenting Sony's slate and blah, blah, blah. But the biggest thing from this article right here was the fact that right here, this paragraph from this article right here said the mood inside the Coliseum could be markedly different Tuesday afternoon when Warner Brothers movie studio bosses Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdy take the stage. The duo have come under intense scrutiny following several high-profile box office misses, with Bloomberg going as far as to report that their boss, of course, David Zaslav, is speaking to potential different people. Then, of course, right here it says sources close to the situation say Zaslav wants to focus on big IP versus the sort of filmmaker-driven fare that Abdy and DeLuca are known for, including Ryan Coogler's upcoming Sinners and Paul Thomas Anderson's One Battle After Another. He is also said to be unhappy with the amount of money the two are spending on these non-IP projects. Abdy and DeLuca, allies, say the two executives are consummate professionals and are resigned to the fact that their fate at Warner's is uncertain amid the changing climate. Blah blah blah. So that sucks. That sucks that they're gonna. So we're not gonna get like more character-driven, more original things. The thing I think should happen is, yeah, some of these budgets get a little too insane. Again, it's all about the budgets. I think it's like they're spending way too much money on some of this stuff. Of course, naturally, if you're going to be telling a story like something like Mickey 17, you're going to need a little bit of a budget that's going to obviously commend the special effects that you need and everything, sure. But at the same time, it just kind of sucks when you hear something like that, when you're hearing that. I mean, obviously take it with a grain of salt, but sources saying that, hey, they're going to start focusing on major IP, and that just means more sequels, more reboots, more this, more that. And it just sucks that when people, some blame can be said to the audience. Some blame could be said to the audience. And the fact that when people complain that there's not enough original movies out there, when there is a ton of original movies out there, we have to remember that when it comes to even like, yeah, there's a lot of course, sequels and reboots and adaptations and all this kind of stuff, sure. But if you look at the percentage in a whole year, there's a lot of independent stuff out there. But I don't know. It's just kind of interesting because when you look at the fact that horror has seen a lot of success in the last few years, they have small budgets and horror movies have just been driving good box office numbers and they're making profits. How do you do that when it comes to something like, I don't know, a Paul W.S. Anderson movie? Because, yeah, the new movie with Leo, I mean, it was, you know, it's got a somewhat hefty budget, and who knows if it's going to make that return. You had Robert De Niro, his movie came out recently, The Alto Kings. That only made $5 million opening weekend, and you're talking about Robert De Niro. It's just such a weird climate right now. And that's the thing. It's like we're all hoping for original movies, but the sad fact of the matter is there's a lot of factors particularly when it comes to money. The money that goes into these budgets is way too high, especially what they're paying some of these actors and producers. And then, of course, the money, how much it costs to actually go to one of these theaters, if you're going to take the family and everything like that, it is like going to a theme park. So that's what sucks. There's a lot of factors when it comes to this. And then, of course, you have somebody like Zazzy Pants who wants to react like this. Oh, yeah, we're just going to focus on... But then what happens when something like that doesn't plan out? I mean, there's a lot riding on Superman. What if it doesn't make the numbers that they want? Then it's like, well, what do you do then? Hopefully it does. I mean, it's not going to make $1 billion, most likely, but hopefully it does pull a profit. And then hopefully, like when it comes to DC Studios and DC, what they're putting out there, when people are like, what the hell, Sergeant Rock? What the hell, Clayface? Well, it's like they can make those movies with small budgets, and hopefully they'll be hits where they don't need to make $500 million to make a profit. They don't have to make that much. And then, of course, we could have new and different and interesting characters being shown to the general audience that have never seen these characters before. That's my hope, that when it comes to a movie like Sergeant Rock and Clayface, is the fact that it's like, we've never seen anything like that before. And I always love it too. Same people who are complaining about no original movies are also complaining about everybody wants to be Marvel. Everybody's doing the Marvel formula. James Gunn did the Marvel formula. And then all of a sudden, it's announced that Sergeant Rock and Clayface are a thing, and they're going, who the fuck has asked for this? It's like, what the hell do you want? Seriously, guys. It just seems like you just want to complain about shit. And then you don't go to see movies. Fuck, I'm at the movie theater every goddamn week. Anyways. All right. Sorry. That was my little rant when it came to that. So that's what's going on there and everything. So, but hey, at least Warner Brothers sold Coyote versus Acme. At least there was that whole thing. That didn't get completely shelved. And again, I know anytime this happens, they start talking about Batgirl, but there's no way that Batgirl is actually going to be happening. There's no way that Batgirl is actually going to be happening because they would need to fund to complete the movie because, again, the movie wasn't completed. Coyote versus Acme was completed, so that's why it was easier to do that, easier to sell that off. And it just, I don't think that's actually going to happen with Batgirl. Not to mention, it was supposed to be the original Flash ending was supposed to lead into Batgirl. So that also got fucked up as well. So that just got completely thrown in the trash. So anyways, And thank you, Ben, for the $5 super chat. Appreciate it, sir. People cry for original IP and then don't go. I know. It just sucks. It just sucks, man. It sucks that that's the case. It does suck that that's the case. But like I said, hopefully, like I said, and I think this is what I'm really liking about Jimmy Gunn's right here, is like some other, like a handful of other CBM directors and CBM creators, is they're not trying to do the original thing. Just that's what I loved about Zack. Zack was not, he was trying, I think there was even quotes that were even said that he was not trying to do what they were trying to do. Obviously, not trying to do that. And now that Jimmy Gunn's is coming in, obviously he came from Marvel. He saw how that sausage was made over here. So it's like, all right, I don't want to do the same thing. So why not have these random characters where the general audience will just go to the movie not knowing that it's a DC, like it's a comic book movie. And that's the thing. And that's what I love too. I mean, if you go back to what Zack did with 300, did people know that that was a comic book before they saw the movie? Probably not. Most people probably didn't. There's other movies out there. I mean, there was that movie The Killer that was on Netflix starring Michael Fassbender. Great movie. I thought it was a fantastic movie. Had no idea it was based off a graphic novel. You know? That's what's kind of cool. And that's what I'm kind of hoping for when it comes to these smaller movies for DC Studios that they're doing, that people just go, what the hell is this? That story sounds intriguing. And then they don't realize, oh, is that DC? That's a comic book, right? You know? So that's all I can really hope for when it comes to this. It's something different. But it's just funny when people are like, oh, he's going to do the Marvel formula. He's going to do the Marvel formula. It's going to be Marvelized. DC's going to be Marvelized. And then he doesn't do the Marvel formula. And then they go, what the fuck? It's like, all right. I think you just hate the guy. And that's fine. You can hate the guy all you want, but stop fucking just stop being a hypocrite when making these claims and everything. But anyways, all right. Well, let's move on to the second topic, which, of course, is about Zack Snyder. That's right. Zack Snyder. It's finally official, guys. We've been hearing about it. We were kind of wondering when it was actually going to be announced. But yes, the UFC movie that Zack Snyder is going to be making it finally got officially released. And it's like, thank God. Fuck, man. I was wondering. I was like, when the hell is this officially going to be released? And I have something I'm going to be saying about this movie right here, and that after I talk about this article, because it's going to be a pretty significant movie. It's going to be a pretty significant movie. But here's the article from THR right here. Zack Snyder to direct Brawler for UFC. The mixed martial arts giant's latest big screen treatment will portray a young fighter getting his shot at the UFC championship, but having to battle his inner demons as he fights for redemption. And of course, there he is right there with Turkey Al-Ashik, and of course Dana White, CEO of the UFC right there. The veteran Hollywood director is partnering with the UFC to direct Brawler, a movie that promises bone-breaking action scenes likely not seen before in Snyderverse superhero films. Again, I just love the fact that Snyderverse is also a pop culture term. Just like release the Snyder Cut, release whatever, pop culture. The Snyderverse also, same thing. Brawler will portray a young fighter rising from the rough streets of Los Angeles to get a shot at a UFC championship, but having to battle his inner demons as he fights for redemption, according to the log line from the film's producers. The Snyder Project marks the mixed martial arts giant's latest best on big screen immersive experience for the UFC, led by CEO Dana White, took over the Sphere in Las Vegas in September of 2024 with its 160,000 square foot curved LED screen for the first ever live sporting event. I really hope they actually premiere this goddamn movie in the Sphere. How crazy would that be? They should do that. Why not? Snyder, his wife, and producing partner Deborah, and of course Wesley Collar will produce Brawler through their Stone Quarry banner with, of course, Turkey, I am to say his name wrong, of course, and UFC Chief Content Officer Craig Barsari executive producing. Besides directing, Snyder will write Brawler along with executive producers Shay Hayton and Kurt Johnstad. his frequent collaborator with whom Snyder worked with, of course, on 300 and the adaptation of course, the Frank Miller comic, and then, of course, the Rebel Moon movies. And I know some people were griping about that because, again, Rebel Moon didn't get as well received as some would hope, and I saw a lot of people say all that kind of stuff. Quote right here from Zack Snyder as he released this in a statement: "Behind every fighter is the story of how they got there. UFC is the world leader in combat sports, and I'm honored to be partnering with them to tell this incredible story." And that's pretty great right there. And there's just all kinds of other stuff and everything. So, good times. Now, one of the things that I actually wanted to say about this movie has potential to be huge. Huge. This is a big movie. The UFC is huge all around the world, okay? This movie has a potential to be bigger than any of the DC stuff that Zack Snyder has done. That might be a little too much. I don't know. Maybe that's a little bit of a hyperbole that's coming out of me, and I don't really like to do hyperbole, but it has potential to be pretty damn big because the UFC is just all around the world huge. Huge. I mean, look at the numbers that the UFC pulls in when it comes to these big fights. Look at the people that show up to these events, the clientele, the stars, all this kind of stuff. I mean, it is huge, especially now when you got the current president showing up, like to see the guys beat the shit out of each other. That's right. He shows up. It's big. UFC's big right now, so if you're going to have a UFC movie, I mean, it has potential to be pretty damn big, and I hope it ends up being pretty damn big. And, of course, you have Zack Snyder's visuals. You have the backing. There's probably going to be a pretty good budget backed up when it comes to this. When you see everybody involved, when you have the UFC backed up, and you have this, this Saudi, the chairman of General Entertainment in Saudi Arabia, who's also probably, I think he's got billions. A lot of money could actually be put. It could have a $200 million budget or more. But I'm just saying, this movie has potential to be absolutely huge. Huge. And the fact that it will not be an IP that's already existing, it's just obviously it's I guess you could say the IP would just be the UFC, but there hasn't really, the last potential like UFC movie or like MMA movie was, there was Warrior, which everybody loves, that came out 10 years ago, over 10 years ago. But this has potential to be really big, especially with the UFC where it's at now. So now you're going to have a UFC movie, has potential to really be pretty huge. So, and I'm just saying, you premiere this movie in the Sphere in Las Vegas, that could be huge. Crazy. And then maybe have like a week, have it play there for a week or two. That could be something too. I don't know if they'll do that because I know that place is goddamn expensive to rent out. But it's going to be interesting the money that goes behind this movie right here. But yeah, it really has potential to be something pretty damn huge. And I'm glad that Zack is going to be directing it. There's going to be a lot that he's going to be putting his blood, sweat, and tears into this movie because, he loves combat sports. He loves the UFC, and, his visuals and the way that he does combat, we've seen it many, many times. We know that he has potential of doing that and potential of giving some really great visuals and some drama into this movie right here. So, yeah, this is going to be something pretty damn awesome right here. So, I think so. Just needs to have some good emotion, a lot of things. So, we'll see what happens. All right. So, congratulations to Zack. Of course, he did post that on Twitter, which was good. What the hell is that, man? I hear like a rumble outside. Probably one of my neighbors. One of the neighbors. All right. Oh, we got the box office and womp, 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 womp. Do I have that? Is that drop going to work? Probably not. Everything's like not working. That's right. If I would have told you I was going to take out Snow White. Yeah, I'm just a working man. That's right. A working man took out Snow White, and Snow White, well, yeah, that's not going to recover at all. I mean, I thought maybe potentially it would be not this much of a flop, but it's looking to be pretty much a flop when it comes to Snow White. Oh, come on. Why are things just not working? There we go. Here we go right here. A Working Man took the top spot. Now it's only $15.5 million domestic, but of course it's a small movie. It didn't need all that much. I'm sure the budget wasn't all that great, but yes, it edged out Snow White that had a 66% drop from last week. Ouch. So here we go right here. 16.6 million international and a grand total of 32.1. And I can't imagine that the budget was probably, I'm guessing the budget was probably less than that. I would not be surprised if the budget was less than 32.1. So it's probably already going to start making its money back pretty soon. And again, another W for the David Ayer and Jason Statham, or the Stayer-thumb relationship, which we need one more movie to complete the trifecta, the trilogy. And then, of course, we have Snow White right here that currently sits at $142.7 million. And that's just not good, because we already know that this thing was like over $250 million budget, probably close to 300 with the marketing. It is just going to be a full-on flop, which is like yikey, 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 yikes. And then, of course, we had The Chosen, which made 11.7. The Woman in the Yard made 9.3. And Death of a Unicorn made 5.7. Seemed like people that didn't really go to that. And then, of course, you have Princess Mononoke. I don't even know exactly what that is, but there it is. And it is kind of interesting, too, when it comes to The Working Man, because it is one of those movies where, yeah, this is where people, and I remember THR posted an article over the weekend saying, Middle America is going to go out and see this movie, because, I mean, you have a good little title of, it's a working man. It's supposed to be it's just that standard dude is trying to find this girl, and it's Jason Statham. This is why this works. It's like how the horror genre is working. It's the fact that people don't want to flock out to see these big, huge, Disney movies. First off, seems like they're suffering big time, and I think Disney should really just reel it in when it comes to these live action Disney movies. And then, of course, it really sucks when, is Rachel Zegler to blame for this a little bit? Yeah, a little bit. It just is. It just is. Okay? I mean, just some of her comments and the arrogance and the, the spoiled bratness that she put out there. Yes, 100%. It had an effect. I mean, there was a video going around where she was basically saying that, no matter what, they're going to come out and see me. Just stuff like that. She just has this arrogance. And maybe this will be a wake-up call. And maybe it'll be a wake-up call to studios, because she's not really she's not a box office pull. Jason Statham's a box office pull, but it's not a huge box office pull, but it's just enough where he's been working consistently for 25 years. Okay? She's not having a good track record. I mean, I think the Hunger Games movie she was in, I didn't go see it, but I think that did pretty good at the box office, did all right, but she's not exactly a pull, Even in a Steven Spielberg movie, which was technically her debut, that didn't do that well. Of course, it got awards nominations, which I guess was good, but yeah, it's going to be kind of like a little wake-up call for studios and for her, I think, a little bit. And it's there's a whole mess of things too, but it's just, that's what it is. But of course, what could he do? Disney just needs to reel in some of this stuff, these live action stuff. People just aren't going to them, because I don't think, it's not all working. So they need to definitely reel it in. There you go. That's your box office. Hopefully we don't have to talk about Snow White too much anymore, right? All right, what's going on CinemaCon? Talk to me, guys. I know we had Sony. Has anything been unveiled? I'll look on Twitter in a little bit here, but obviously there's posters and all kinds of stuff that's been seen. The biggest thing that I saw too, and this is from somebody was taking pictures. What was her name? Gotham. I wanted to give her credit because she posted these images right here, and I can't find it. Damn it! Of course, I didn't have it up anymore. Gotham. Okay, there it is. Gotham Geek Girl. And she posted a couple images. She spotted these slates right here. So first off, we got the 2025 slate right here, and they showed all the posters that basically are going to be mentioned right here when it comes to it. And of course, we know all these movies that are going to be coming out. But what was interesting is they also had a 2026 slate. Look at this right here. So this is pretty interesting because obviously these are really just placeholders, because the first thing that I saw was, holy shit, they got the Clayface movie. They got the Clayface movie. What the hell? They got the Clayface movie right there. Sweet. But of course, they just kind of pulled something. I mean, that's like, they pulled something off the internet. Even like the Hunt for Gollum, I think that is the fan film poster that they actually utilized right there. And then of course, they even have Supergirl, and they just used the tease image and then put some kind of logo. I don't know if that's the official logo. It's interesting. But yeah, you can't take these. These are not official at all. You got Jumanji 3 right here. That's not official. The Mandalorian and Grogu logo, that definitely is official for sure. And then of course you got all these up here. Street Fighter, that last I heard that was shelved, but who knows? And you even got Spider-Man 4 listed right here as well. So you got to take some of this with a grain of salt, but it was kind of interesting that was spotted. At first, I thought maybe that was fake, but then I was like, oh, let me find where it came from. Nope, it was actually somebody who was there who saw it on a screen. So that's interesting. Let's see. They're showing 28 years later first. They announced that Cillian Murphy will return in the film. That's cool. So we got that. So it just seems like, yeah. And of course, yeah, they did talk. On there it says Fast X Part 2, which is Fast 11. But let's see. Am I seeing anything here? Yeah, it seems right now they're starting. Yeah, there's not really much. I was hoping that if I drag this out just enough, there would be some things that were going to be talked about. But it doesn't really seem like here. Here's like posters. Somebody, this is from Discussing Film right here, that they had these posters displayed out right here. So they have the Until Dawn, Karate Kid Legends, 28 years later. I Know What You Did Last Summer. They released that official poster earlier, like a couple of days ago. And then, of course, GOAT, which, it's supposed to be an animated feature that's supposed to be, I think, about Steph Curry? I don't even know exactly what that is. Crazy. But yeah, there really hasn't been much when it comes to Day One. Just a lot of stuff like information that came out. There was this, though. When it comes to Karate Kid Legends, they did release these official posters. So we got Jackie Chan right there. He looks badass. And then, of course, we got the Karate Kid, the student, Ben Wang, his official character poster. And then, of course, the sensei, Mr. Ralph Macchio. Daniel, showing up right there. So that's pretty cool. Some cool little Karate Kid Legends character posters that were released for CinemaCon. And let's see what else we got. We'll go through here. I'm just gonna look at Discussing Films feed right here, because like I said, it's Day One. There wasn't gonna be all that much. Of course, there was this spotted there. We have a Jurassic World poster that was spotted. So it shows some kind of worker that's getting grabbed by that crazy new dinosaur that we're going to be seeing. So that was spotted. And yeah, people just posting posters. Let's see, we got a poster for, this is a Jordan Peele produced movie that's starring Marlon Wayans called Him. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be some kind of horror movie. That's intriguing. Black Phone 2. Banner, and then of course we have Nobody, we got Nobody 2, so we're showing the little bracelet right there, Hutch's back, so that's pretty sweet. And then of course they had a poster displayed, of course, Wicked for Good, which is the Wicked sequel that's going to be coming out in November. And yeah, I don't know if there's really much else. They had like a Naked Gun thing too that was on the statues at Caesar, so we actually might be getting some Naked Gun footage or something. I don't know. But yeah, sadly, the Sony. Oh, let's see. Oh, here we go. We got something right here. Just refresh the page. They're talking about Beyond the Spider-Verse. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so let's see. What do we got here? All right. So, like I said, I'm looking at Discussing Film because they're live tweeting right now. A new trailer for 28 Years Later was shown at CinemaCon that revealed more intense infected action, a church sequence similar to the first film. And then, of course, confirmed that Cillian Murphy is going to be in it. You may have to wait a bit to see him, though. Yeah, it seems like he's going to be more in the sequel to this. And then we got another look at Ray Fiennes right here. It's going to be in the movie. So I guess they released that. I'm going to take a picture of that. And then, of course, we have Beyond the Spider-Verse. It's going to release in 2027. Jeez. We got to wait 2 years? Well, hey. Because it was supposed to come out this year, right? Wasn't Beyond the Spider-Verse supposed to come out this year? I think they bit off a little bit more than they could chew, apparently. Beyond the Spider-Verse is bigger and bold than the previous two, with the entire team working on new animation techniques. It was supposed to come out last year. Yeah, they're showing footage. They're showing footage as well. Well, that's good. At least they're showing footage because apparently it was supposed to come out, it was supposed to come out last year. I mean, Jesus Christ. But now it's going to be waiting until 2027. I wonder, the rumors that they said that they were kind of like, they were not, don't tell me Sony fucked that up, man. But hey, there's DC Studios News 2 GHR confirmed that James Gunn and Peter Safran are attending tomorrow. Well, we already knew that. To present a new teaser for Superman and talk about the upcoming slate. Well, we knew that they were going to be coming. They were going to be showing up there. And there was going to be some kind of footage shown. It just like, are they actually going to release it online after? Or are they going to wait till like Superman Day? You know, that's the thing. It's like, what's going to happen when it comes to all that? But that's the thing. It says, my own, let's see. No, I'm just seeing if they're, I'm just looking at the feed right now. I'm looking at any kind of feed. But like I said, I don't know why Twitter on desktop is just acting shit, man. It's just, there's been, I keep on having to refresh. Like it says, something went wrong. Something went wrong. Come on, Elon. What are you doing? My freaking feed is not working now when it comes to Twitter. There it goes. Okay. Okay, now there's a gentleman and a really great human, Darren Aronofsky, seeing Austin Butler. That's what's the CinemaCon. Ooh. So Christopher Miller posted these images right meow. Showing some really cool shots from Beyond. That's cool. So we did get some, we're getting some Beyond the Spider-Verse crumbs, I guess you could say. Darren Aronofsky is here, and he's wearing a fabulous pink sweater. The first footage of Beyond the Spider-Verse reveals Miles and Gwen reuniting and Miles fighting the Prowler, which of course we saw that in that first image, that was a Prowler, before going on an adventure with him. The animation style had some innovative new techniques, so I guess that's part of it, right? It's part of the reason why it got delayed. And the Hollywood Reporter talking about, Peter Safran and James Gunn will be there tomorrow. Darren Aronofsky takes the... Austin Butler is going to be starring in his movie called Caught Stealing, so we have that. But, I'm not gonna wait for everything that is going to be coming about. But, I was hoping, but I knew, when it came to this panel, there wasn't going to be, I wasn't going to be able to live stream it or anything like that. So Sony Motion Pictures, Tom Rothman at CinemaCon, cost and windows can work for us or against us. That's a quote from that Deadline posted. But just seeing if there's anything else. Everybody's talking about Beyond the Spider-Verse. Watcher, let's see. Anything that you guys are seeing? I think they're ending the panel with Spider-Man 4. Are they, though? Are they? I don't know. It just seems like, I don't know. Ugh. I'd rather Marvel handle that, but of course we can't have that. Are they going to announce? Are they going to? I mean, I'll probably make like a short video or something, or a clip. I'll just do like a short. I'm not going to wait because I know it's supposed to be. It's probably going to be going on for like another hour and a half or something. Didn't it start like a half hour ago? As much as I would love to just like sit here with you guys, I'm not going to. I'm hungry. I eat dinner soon. Maybe I should have started the stream later. I'm not going to do a stream tomorrow for the Warner Brothers thing, though. But if anything comes about, I will make some videos. And then, of course, we'll talk about it on Wednesday's show. It started like an hour ago. Yeah, so it's been on. They started at like 6:30 my time. So it did start like an hour ago. Uncle Ben prequel movie. Spider-Man 4 news feels inevitable. Yeah. I don't think Spider-Verse is coming out. No, it's coming out. They've been working a lot on this. It's definitely going to be coming out. Spider-Verse releases on June 4th. Yeah, it's just all Spider-Verse stuff. But, I mean, yeah, I'm sure they're going to probably show some Karate Kid Legends. Probably going to be a full trailer that comes out with that. Some more things. And then, of course, they're going to be talking about some of the other movies that are going to be coming out. But, yeah, you're probably right. They're probably going to end with, like, some Spider-Man 4 news. If there is, I don't know. Hopefully there is. Could be something. Maybe they'll release, like, the official title. You know, it's going to be Spider-Man. Is it going to have... Okay, so here's the question right here, guys. Is the new... I would say potentially what they would actually do, what they would actually talk about, what they would actually reveal is the official title for Spider-Man 4. Now, are they going to have home in the title? Are they going to stick with home? Or is that just going to be like, hey, we did that with this trilogy. That was the home trilogy. Now that Peter's off on his own and he's not exactly home, are they going to leave the home stuff back with those 3 movies? I think it would be smart for them to not have home in the title this time around. Yeah, no home. That's right, guys, no homo. I can call it that. No, but and I'm canceled again. Anyways, no, but maybe they'll have like for the next 3 movies, they'll have like a different thing where it's not home, it's something else. They'll have another consistent title or whatever. Spider-Man Homeless, that would be interesting. But yeah, I think they should leave the home title with those 3 movies, especially since it's like a whole different dynamic and everything. But it will be interesting. It will be interesting if they reveal any kind of story points, who's going to be in it, and if it's going to be a multiverse story or if it's going to be like a more street level story. The latest thing I'm seeing right here is the first trailer for Darren Aronofsky's Caught Stealing reveals Austin Butler looking, I guess he's rocking an insane mohawk, wearing Matt Smith's apartment. Wait, what? I think somebody's tweeting too fast. Until a number of crime families come looking for Smith's character. So yeah, they're showing that right now. It's going to be another hour probably of this panel. Probably going to be something like that, so... yeah. But I think like the biggest thing is just seeing like the animation or some of the shots for that, for Beyond the Spider-Verse. And then of course there's people taking pictures of some of the toys. Like there's going to be like there's Superman toys I'm seeing right here. And of course naturally there's crypto toys, crypto stuffed animals that people are posting. And then, of course, and then they announced Zack Kreger promises his Resident Evil won't be anything like the previous films. All right. I saw there was like a rumor or there was something that was put out there that Mikey Madsen was offered the lead role in this new Resident Evil movie. And when I saw that, I was like, that would be career suicide. It's like, no, please don't do that, Mikey Madsen. You just won an Academy Award. Do not then all of a sudden star in a Resident Evil movie that does not have good track records for being successes, and they keep on trying to reboot the franchise. That would be totally just. I hope she didn't do that. She didn't take up that offer. But hey, you never know. Sometimes you get that Oscar curse. Some of these actors get that curse where they win an Oscar and then all of a sudden they're just like, you know. Let's see. Is there anything else? First trailer for Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey is now being shown. So yeah, there's just going to be way too much stuff. But like I said, if they announce something with Spider-Man, I'll do like a little short little clip or something like that and post it, give my opinion about it and everything. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe I will stream tomorrow if I feel like it. Probably not though. I'm thinking not. But I don't know. Maybe we'll see. I just don't think there's going to be much that's going to be like fully coming out from it. Maybe I'll do a small stream. I don't know. Or maybe I'll just do a video talking about it. I don't know. I'm just thinking that we could do a lot more I'm just trying to keep my schedule going and everything. I don't know. So as of right now, I'm thinking, thinking not. But let's get to some Twitter questions right now. Let's get some Twitter questions and see what you guys are saying over on Twitter. Eric, hey Dave, since Coyote vs. Zack is actually coming out after all, I'm very curious how the WB leadership will react if it ends up very successful, Sonic style. I feel it'd be similar to when Joker succeeding without the studio support, but more so as Joker was still with WB. Yeah, it'd be interesting if they finally be like, oh wait, maybe Looney Tunes is gonna be okay. Maybe it will. We got Sean Baker right here. Do you think the Superman script leaks are real, and have you read them? No, I have not. I don't like to actually spoil myself. I understand when people who are very much not looking forward to it want to spoil themselves. If you have read it, what's your opinion? Without saying any possible spoilers, don't get your channel struck. Now, I did not read. I've just heard certain things when it comes to how the story might be told, and that's about it. Boomish! Love this for Zack. He has a great opportunity for a comeback after Rebel Moon. I did not like. Yeah, I mean, that's another thing, too, is Rebel Moon wasn't as well received as it might hope, so I think the UFC movie might really just... It might launch Zack into like a whole other realm. Slow-mo fight is going to be jaw-dropping, but I just hope he has a writer for this one. Well, we already announced that he is going to have some of his similar writers, but hey, maybe somebody else will come in and punch it up. Direction is his strongest suit, and he should focus on that. What do you think? Yeah. I mean, I think, yeah, but no matter what, this is going to be a huge movie for him. Darkness Under the Wind. Dave, if Bradley Cooper is actually playing Jor-El in a minor role in Superman, is this a sign that more people from Guardians movies will come to the DCU like Batista and Chris Pratt? Yeah, would not be surprised if they might end up having something. I just hate it when I see people casting Chris Pratt as Batman. I'm like, no, God no. Mr. Nobody, feels like things are gearing up for Supergirl. I'm really stoked for Lobo, but who do you think is going to be the big bad villain? Well, I mean, I haven't really read fully, isn't it? What's his name in the actual book? I'm guessing it's him. I'm totally blanking on that right now, but I'd imagine it's that. I hope they won't use a typical villain who is part of Supergirl's Rogues Gallery. Who's the villain? Who is the actual villain? What the hell is his name in Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow? I'm guessing it's going to be that guy. And then they cast him too. Who's the guy? I'm totally drawing blank. Somebody help me out. Somebody help me out with that. Oh, I love this shot. This is one of my favorite shots of Emily Blunt in Edge of Tomorrow. Just a hot. Devin, hey Dave, did you hear the news? Sydney Sweeney, she's single. Yeah, and every guy is like, oh my God. I don't know why she was trying to get engaged now anyways. She seems like she's a huge flirt, and she posts some very provocative pictures. So, I was like, yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ, she keeps like blowing up. I don't know, yeah, I totally can understand that. I mean, she just did a movie with Brandon Sklenar, again, potential Batman, and then they did like a whole video where he was like lifting her up and all this kind of stuff. And I mean, she just seems like she's a big flirt. Anyways, yeah, I think she's going to date now. Do you think Jason Statham and director who did the 2016 Suicide Squad will do a next movie together? Yeah, they should. They'll probably do one more movie. What's your favorite part from Answer Tomorrow? I think he meant Edge of Tomorrow. Well, this is one of my favorite parts, but I mean, overall, it's just a great movie. The theory is her alleged engagement was a massive troll job. Oh, is that what it is? Okay. Let's see. I don't know if I should show that. This says probable spam. Superman leaks sound. Okay. It wasn't that bad. It was comedy boy. Okay, I wasn't sure because they were talking about Superman stuff. It said the Superman leaks sound interesting to me, but I feel like James Gunn has too many different plot points covering various political... yeah, so there's nothing spoiled right there, but he's just things like it might be a little too overly stuffed, which a lot of people were saying. All right, refreshing the page, even though, like I said, desktop Twitter is acting really slow right now. Okay, latest thing I'm seeing, Margot Robbie and Colin Farrell star in, of course, A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey. Trailer looks stunning and romantic. A sure hit. That is according to Real Movie Junkee. And it says, Steph Curry says hi to CinemaCon to announce the animated film GOAT. So that's what's happening right now. So, and then I see Rob Key say, holy shit. So then I'm just kind of like, what? What is it? Why did you say holy shit? No, I don't think it's anything. Who knows? I love it when people just tweet out something like that. It's like, come on, what are you doing? I know, you're getting those engagements. What? Oh. I saw something and I was like, what? Yeah, but that's not real. It's just some art showing lanterns. I thought, did somebody release something? Nah, it's nothing. Adam Bergman, president of Sony Pictures, releasing is up next. Yeah, they're gonna drag this thing on way too long till this is what I saw right here that I was like, what? Did they just release this? But yeah, this is like some lanterns art, which looks, I don't know, but it's showing Jon Stewart and them, and then of course Titans, but that's not anything official, I don't think. It says art by Dipankar Toladar. Sorry if I butchered that name, but Jason Momoa's Lobo. Yeah. Oh, we talked about the villain. Who's supposed to be the villain? What's that dude's name? He's got like the beard and the red hair. It's supposed to be like, I can't remember his name. That's the baddie in the Woman of Tomorrow book. Ryan, you said Dave, after Coyote versus Ugly has been rescued for viewing, what's the chances of no one's going to do Supergirl. No one's going to do Supergirl. Krim. Yeah, that's what his name. I knew it started, I was like, K, it started with KC. Isn't he like, or am I had to read the book. I thought like he was like the baddie or like kind of like the baddie or something like that in that. Got a poster for that, yeah. So I'm just kind of like dragging it on, but I'm not gonna like wait too long. But they're just showing like their movies and everything. They have a long list, Creme of the Yellow Hills. So there you go. Anyways, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up, guys. I mean, keep an eye on that stuff. I mean, like I said, if they end up talking about Spider-Man 4, they'll save that to the very end, of course. But I appreciate you guys spending some time with me. Like I said, I'll play it by ear. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna be doing a stream tomorrow. But you never know. But I'll definitely be posting things when things come out. So hit that like, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And like I said, I appreciate you guys. And I'll play it by ear. You know, if you follow me on Twitter, that's where I'm posting. That's where I post things the most. So, but I'll let you guys know for sure. And had a good time. I totally turned that off. I don't know why I did. But thank you guys. Thank you, Indiana Jake, to you. And yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow. Should be good. Like I said, there's going to be footage, more footage out there when it comes to Superman, but we'll see if they actually release it. Anyways, guys, love ya, and I'll talk to you later.